In this session, we are going to discuss about story design. We'll be sharing to you very important tips to transform your visual from ordinary to unique. Here is a well-known saying from Edward Tufte, who is noted for his writings on information design and is a pioneer in the field of data visualization. He says, there is no such thing as information overload. There is only bad design. So here are a few tips that you should consider when you prepare your next visual. And let us know the impact you had with your audience. Let us start with labeling. Always label appropriately. It will provide the necessary context and help the readers to interpret what they are looking at. They are like signposts pointing the way to understand. Storytellers provide visual cues to provide an extra layer of information to bring it all at home. Labels in data stories bring clarity from confusion and oftentimes also from misleading information. Label as little as possible. If you label everything, you are saying everything is important, but for the audience, nothing will be important. When you try to use concise, focused story labels, it can also be useful to help the story for you. Few of the basics of good labelings are, they explain your data, highlights what is important, and they will tell your story. Let's now move to the importance of eye candy. As communicator, we should entertain as we inform, but not at the cost of communicating what is important. Don't pick fancy chart or bar chart unless they are also at least equally accurate, understandable and clear. Eye candy serves three purposes. They'll make your things fresh, interesting and engaging. It also helps to draw the eyes of your audience to what is most important, which means you can make it functional, which means we can indicate it's not only visual but also active. Eye candy should be functional. They are best when they are artfully combined with information and entertainment. From form to function. Eye candy is important, and do not let anyone make you believe that they are not important. As long as our attention span continues to shrink and the competition of our audience's attention gets fiercer, eye candy will be more and more critical for communication. Although it should add value to what you are communicating, never undermine the quality and accuracy in exchange for eye candy. Next is repetition and redundancy. Repetition helps to retain data. Remember, the chart that includes a title and what the chart is about is more memorable than those without titles. Titles not only influence memorability of the data story but also the accuracy of understanding. Repeated use of visual cues such as dashboards, gauges, etc. will also improve memorability. Teach your audience how to read your data. Also, be thoughtful with your labeling. Use repeated metaphors. Remember to repeat your message, repeat your data, and repeat your visual. And do so thoughtfully and carefully. And now, finally, relatability. Spend time to make your data understandable and impactful. Don't be afraid of complexity. Less is always better. However, complex ideas require complexity to explain. When faced with complexity, reduce, simplify, limit. However, when faced with complexity, it also unveils. It does not ruin the story for us, rather, it makes it richer. It brings complexity to the forefront, allows to feel the complexity of data, and it still get the gist of the story. Complexity must serve a purpose. If the story we are telling is complex, embrace it. But within that complexity, simplify as much as you can. Have empathy for your audience. Focus on the message, visuals, and graphic elements as individual items and make each bit as simple as you can. Convey complex stories with simple elements. In the next session, we will understand how to build and move your audience. Remember, no one ever made a decision because of a number. They need a story.